咁啊可以留意翻呢度喺個空地側邊都有鐵路嘅，所以如果做近馬路邊嘅朋友可以行翻埋少少，咁可以安全啲。咁我哋嘅集會會喺幾分鐘之後開始㗎啦。
Oh my goodness, all of a sudden there's a bunch of you viewing. Hello everyone. We're here in St. Peter's Square. I'll give you guys context. St. Peter's Square, tram stops, people, humans, offices, statues, trams, and there's a good few hundred Hong Kong people here who are enraged at the Chinese Communist Party's crackdown on the province, on the city of Hong Kong. If you're new to the story, the British, being obviously the biggest colonial power in the world, had Hong Kong as their land, had an agreement with the Chinese, they'd hand it back after 100 years. The governor, Chris Patten, handed it over in a ceremony to the Chinese Communist Party. Prince Charlie was there in 1997 on the condition that the Chinese would treat this place with respect. They'd respect free speech, they'd respect liberty, they'd respect free political parties, they'd respect journalist critiques of Chinese government. And guess what? Within 2 decades it was all eroded, all gone. And you get mass arrests. The Chinese Communist Party hired a bunch of gangsters to beat up the Hong Kong protesters. And they're very upset. And in terms of protest groups happening at the moment, these guys are my favorite. They're organized, they're aesthetically, you know, all wearing the same black. It's very symbolic about the death of freedom in Hong Kong. They're staunchly proud of the British heritage of Hong Kong, as you can see. Let me just read some of your comments, guys. Thank you very much for everything you're all saying. Hey, William in Chicago, how cool that you're watching this. Okay, nice one everyone. Free Hong Kong. That's a funny one there, Peter. No, who was it that said that? Paul, GMP waiting for signal to attack from the CCP. Well, Boris Johnson took the signal from the CCP to shut up and bring in the global order, the new global order. So we're gonna, can you guys please tell me, everyone watching and listening now, if the quality is better than when I pretended to be Italian in Piccadilly Gardens on the day of the big match? Let's come around and see some other YouTube degenerates, some other filthy photon collectors. Obviously it's the twin Tonys. It's Tony GAM, Tony TKE. Say hi guys. There's a few hundred on the live stream. Say hello. So because I can't speak Cantonese, we're going to come around and just have a look. I like the way they've all got the black and the yellow. It's very cool. Okay guys, this is what's happening right now in St. Peter's in Manchester on a very hot muggy day. We've got Bike Man with a flag. It's all organized. He's been doing the rounds of the city, getting people to know that the Chinese Communist Party, and let's talk about it, it's a disease of control. Chinese Communist Party, never elected, came into power through a violent revolution. If you want to Google right now, have a Google of the Great Leap Forward, where Mao Zedong killed 60 million through his ridiculous starvation policies. But he wasn't trying to starve them, he was actually trying to bring in a a communist utopia, but this always ends up in death camps and starvation. And that same unelected, terrified, control freak government has now wrecked Hong Kong. You saw the umbrella protests a couple of years back, as displayed here. And again, you think the British state is bad. It's bad. We have an imperfect, corrupt, big corporation-run, massive pharma profit-run piece of shit government. But next to the Chinese Communist Party, the shitty British government starts to smell of roses. Get those petals up your nostrils. I mean, not even the British in this century dare to put millions of people in concentration camps. Not even the British daring to organ harvest the shit out of their political prisoners because some high-ranking official in the CCP, he needs it. He needs your kidney. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. This is Charlie Veitch coming to you live, St. Peter's Square. I hope the quality is less potato. I'm going to go rejoin the two Tonys, see what we can do. And the main reason I'm here, obviously to go live and let you guys know this is happening, is obviously to capture the photons if any crazed, angry Chinese or Chinese agents or thugs hired by the CCP try and pull any shit here in the UK. We'll see. Anyway, all the best to you all, guys. Take care.